Tape 5B, Lesson 5. Harry Smith writes to his friends. Sentences. Chart 11.
1. Harry watches TV. 2. He makes a phone call. 3. He gets out some stationery. 4. He writes a letter. 5. He folds the letter. 6. He puts the letter in the envelope. 7. He seals the envelope. 8. He addresses the envelope. 9. He puts a stamp on it.
Reading. After dinner, Harry Smith usually watches TV. Sometimes he makes a phone call or two, and sometimes he writes a letter to somebody. He gets out some stationery and writes the letter. Then he folds the letter and puts it in an envelope. He seals the envelope. After that, he addresses the envelope. And finally, he puts a stamp on the envelope.
Questions and answers. Group 1. What does Harry do?
After dinner, he...
Example. What does Harry do after dinner?
After dinner, he usually watches TV.
What does Harry do after dinner? What else does he do after dinner? Does he ever do anything else after dinner? What does he do with the stationery? After he writes a letter, what does he do with it? Then what does he do with the letter? Then what does he do? What does he do after he seals the envelope? What does he do then?
Group 2. Doesn't Harry...
Yes, he does.
Example. Doesn't Harry usually watch TV after dinner?
Yes, he does.
Doesn't Harry usually watch TV after dinner? Doesn't Harry ever make phone calls after dinner? Doesn't he ever get out his stationery? Doesn't he ever write letters? Doesn't he ever fold his letters after he writes them? Doesn't he ever put his letters in envelopes? After he writes a letter, doesn't he ever seal the envelope? When he writes a letter to somebody, doesn't he ever address the envelope? When he writes a letter, doesn't he ever put a stamp on the envelope?
Cue drills. He watches TV.
He watches TV.
Example. He watches TV A every day.
He watches TV every day.
B.
He watches TV every afternoon.
C.
He watches TV every evening.
D.
He watches TV every night.
E.
He watches TV every morning.
F.
He watches TV once a week.
G.
He watches TV once a month.
H.
He watches TV every Tuesday night.
2. He.
How often does he?
Example. He watches TV.
How often does he watch TV?
A. He watches TV.
How often does he watch TV?
B. He makes phone calls.
How often does he make phone calls?
C. He writes letters.
How often does he write letters?
D. He gets out stationery.
How often does he get out stationery?
E. He addresses envelopes.
How often does he address envelopes?
F. He has dinner at 6 o'clock.
How often does he have dinner at 6 o'clock?
G. He does his homework after dinner.
How often does he do his homework after dinner?
H. He goes to bed at 10 o'clock.
How often does he go to bed at 10 o'clock?
Conversation. Listen.
What are you doing, Harry? I'm writing a letter, Dad. Who are you writing to? I'm writing to one of my friends, Tom Elliott. Where is Tom living now? In San Francisco. What's he doing there? He's in college. By the way, do you have any extra stamps? Yes, I have. Do you want airmail or regular? I need 2 airmail stamps. Here you are. Thanks, Dad.
End of Lesson 5.
Lesson 6. Picture exercises. Exercise 1. What's Harry doing?
Repeat, please. 1. He's watching TV. 2. He's making some phone calls. 3. He's getting out some stationery. 4. He's writing a letter to somebody. 5. He's folding the letter. 6. He's putting the letter in the envelope. 7. He's sealing the envelope. 8. He's addressing the letter. 9. He's putting a stamp on the letter.
Exercise 2. Is Harry...
Yes, he is.
Example. Is Harry watching TV?
Yes, he is.
6. Is he putting the letter in the envelope? 2. Is he making some phone calls? 9. Is he putting a stamp on the letter? 3. Is he getting out some stationery?
Exercise 3. Is Harry...
No, he isn't. He's...
Example. Is Harry making phone calls?
No, he isn't. He's watching TV.
5. Is he sealing the envelope? 9. Is he putting the letter in the envelope? 1. Is Harry making phone calls? 2. Is he getting out some stationery? 8. Is he folding the letter? 4. Is he doing some math problems? 6. Is he addressing the letter? 3. Is he watching TV? 7. Is he putting a stamp on the letter?
Exercise 4. Is Harry or...
He's...
Example. Is Harry making phone calls or watching TV?
He's watching TV.
7. Is he reading a book or sealing the envelope? 9. Is he folding the letter or putting a stamp on the letter? 2. Is he writing a letter or making a phone call? 6. Is he addressing the letter or putting the letter in the envelope? 5. Is he folding the letter or putting a stamp on the letter? 3. Is he getting out some stationery or sealing an envelope? 1. Is Harry making phone calls or watching TV? 4. Is he writing a letter or doing some math problems? 8. Is he writing a composition or addressing a letter?
End of Lesson 6.
Lesson 7. Unit Review. Mini Dialogues. 1. Please play the piano. Please play the piano. Well then, play the violin for us.
Repeat, please.
Please play the piano. No, I can't. I don't play. No, I can't. I don't play. Well, then, play the violin for us. No, I can't. I don't play the violin either. No, I can't. I don't play the violin either. Please play the piano. Well then, play the violin for us.
Listen.
Please play the piano. No, I can't. I don't play. Well then, play the violin for us. No, I can't. I don't play the violin either.
2. Can Susan come out to play? Can Susan come out to play? Well then, can Jimmy come out to play?
Repeat, please.
Can Susan come out to play? No, not right now. No, not right now. She's practicing the piano. She's practicing the piano. Well then, can Jimmy come out to play? No, he can't. No, he can't. He's doing his homework right now. He's doing his homework right now. Can Susan come out to play? Well then, can Jimmy come out to play?
Listen.
Can Susan come out to play? No, not right now. She's practicing the piano. Well then, can Jimmy come out to play? No, he can't. He's doing his homework right now. 3. Where's that music coming from? Please turn off the TV. Well then, where's that music coming from?
Please repeat.
Please turn off the TV.
It's already off. It's already off.
Well then, where's that music coming from?
That's my record player. I'm playing my new record. That's my record player. I'm playing my new record.
Please turn off the TV. Well then, where's that music coming from?
Listen.
Please turn off the TV.
It's already off.
Well then, where's that music coming from?
That's my record player. I'm playing my new record.
4. That's impossible.
Eat your dinner. That's impossible.
Please repeat.
Eat your dinner.
But I am eating my dinner. But I am eating my dinner. I'm eating and I'm doing my homework at the same time. I'm eating and I'm doing my homework at the same time.
That's impossible.
No, it isn't. I'm doing a math problem right now. See? No, it isn't. I'm doing a math problem right now. See?
Eat your dinner. That's impossible.
Listen.
Eat your dinner.
But I am eating my dinner. I'm eating and I'm doing my homework at the same time.
That's impossible.
No, it isn't. I'm doing a math problem right now. See? 5. I never go bowling.
How often do you go to a movie? And how often do you go bowling?
Repeat, please.
How often do you go to a movie?
About once a month. About once a month.
And how often do you go bowling?
I never go bowling. I never go bowling.
How often do you go to a movie? And how often do you go bowling?
Listen.
How often do you go to a movie?
About once a month.
And how often do you go bowling?
I never go bowling. 6. Do you have an extra stamp?
What do you want? I have an extra stamp. Here you are.
Repeat, please.
What do you want?
I need an airmail stamp. I need an airmail stamp.
I have an extra stamp. Here you are.
Oh, thanks. Oh, thanks.
What do you want? I have an extra stamp. Here you are.
Listen.
What do you want?
I need an airmail stamp.
I have an extra stamp. Here you are.
Oh, thanks.
Picture exercise. 1. What's Susan doing right now?
She's practicing the piano.
2. Is Susan setting the table or washing the dishes right now? 3. Is Fred setting the table or doing his homework right now? 4. What's Fred doing now? 5. Is Fred brushing his teeth or taking a bath? 6. Is Harry writing a letter or making a phone call? 7. What's Harry doing right now? 8. Is Fred reading his history book or practicing the violin right now? 9. Is Susan walking home from school or riding the school bus?
Cue drills. 1. What's doing?
Example. What's Susan doing? Practice the piano.
She's practicing the piano.
A. What's Susan doing? Practice the piano.
She's practicing the piano.
B. What's Harry doing? Write a letter.
He's writing a letter.
C. What's Fred doing? Watch TV.
He's watching TV.
D. What's Jack doing? Have dinner.
He's having dinner.
E. What's Betty doing? Fix breakfast.
She's fixing breakfast.
F. What's John doing? Go to bed.
He's going to bed.
2. What does do?
Example. What does Susan do at 6 o'clock? Help her mother.
She helps her mother.
A. What does Susan do at 6 o'clock? Help her mother.
She helps her mother.
B. What does Fred do at 10 o'clock? Take a bath.
He takes a bath.
C. What does Harry do after dinner? Watch TV.
He watches TV.
D. What does Jack do at 6:30? Have dinner.
He has dinner.
E. What does Betty do after breakfast? Brush her teeth.
She brushes her teeth.
F. What does John do at 8 o'clock? Leave for school.
He leaves for school.
3. He and his brother does too. Example. Get up at 7 o'clock.
He gets up at 7 o'clock, and his brother does too.
A. Get up at 7 o'clock.
He gets up at 7 o'clock, and his brother does too.
B. Go to bed at 10 o'clock.
He goes to bed at 10 o'clock, and his brother does too.
C. Leave for school at 8 o'clock.
He leaves for school at 8 o'clock, and his brother does too.
D. Watch TV after dinner.
He watches TV after dinner, and his brother does too.
E. Go out to play at 3:30.
He goes out to play at 3:30, and his brother does too. 4. She and her sister doesn't either. Example, play the piano.
She doesn't play the piano, and her sister doesn't either.
A. Play the piano.
She doesn't play the piano, and her sister doesn't either.
B. Go to bed at 9 o'clock.
She doesn't go to bed at 9 o'clock, and her sister doesn't either.
C. Wash the dishes.
She doesn't wash the dishes, and her sister doesn't either.
D. Set the table.
She doesn't set the table, and her sister doesn't either.
E. Watch TV at night.
She doesn't watch TV at night, and her sister doesn't either. Dialogue for listening.
How often do you brush your teeth?
3 times a day.
That's very good. Do you brush your teeth after breakfast?
No, I brush my teeth before breakfast.
I see. Do you brush your teeth after lunch?
No, I brush my teeth before lunch.
What about in the evening? Do you brush your teeth after dinner?
No, I brush my teeth before dinner.
That's very interesting. Don't you ever brush your teeth after you eat?
No, I always brush my teeth before I eat.
What about your brothers? Do they brush their teeth before they eat or after they eat?
Before they eat. They always brush their teeth before they eat.
This is the end of Unit 5, New Ways to English.